Hey, I'm here today with Joe Caserta, CEO of Caserta, who's going to be giving an upcoming talk at the MIT CDO'S Symposium. Joe is going to be talking all about data mesh and what CDOs should know about it. Joe, can you give us a little preview about your topic and some light you can shed on it?
Sure, thanks, Remy. Yeah, data mesh is it's a fairly new concept. It's probably not 100% fully baked, but it is exciting because it's looking at data from a completely different perspective than we've been doing in the past, 30 years, right? Data has been, for the last 30 years, has been created by data people, for data people, used by data people. And as it becomes more and more pervasive within a company, it needs to be accessible, easily accessible for people that are not data people. And so what data mesh does is it stops thinking about everything as a centralized data organization, and it starts to distribute responsibilities for the data throughout the enterprise. And that's really exciting, right? It's like, if you think about, the evolution of anything, right? You think of like how, Henry Ford innovated on how to create a car, right? And how he introduced the assembly line into car manufacturing, right? Before the assembly line, basically all of the workers huddled around a car, and everybody was in there making the car, in a single place. And then when he introduced the assembly line, he realized that you need to have certain people doing certain things along the way, and then ultimately you have a product. And I feel like that, we have the technology to create an assembly line for the past 10 years in data, but we haven't changed. We're all still huddling around the car, right? And we're not, I think what data mesh does is it teaches us to start thinking about it as creating a product through an assembly line. And, you have different actors throughout that assembly line till you have the finished product. And taking that, that metaphor and applying it towards data does make a whole lot of sense. So what I'll talk about, at the MIT symposium is, what things are still kind of centralized, because you need to have even with products and cars, you need to have centralized inventory to go get your parts, right? But how is it applied? When is it applied? Where is it applied? And who applies it? Right? All of that is getting reinvented with the concepts of data mesh, and that's primarily what I'm going to talk about.
All right, excellent, thank you. And for everyone to get a preview about Joe's talk, we're going to be doing a live webinar on July 14th at 2 p.m. You can use the link below to register, and it takes less than a minute, and we'll see you there. Joe, thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Remy.